Hey guys, what's going on? Mike the Caveman Q here again from Paleo Problem Long Island, MikeTheCaveman.com. And today's question is, should you be supplementing with conjugated linoleic acid?
I'm the caveman.
And the answer is, probably not. Now, let's be very clear. I've talked about CLA, or conjugated linoleic acid, before, and it's generally been in a positive light. It has the potential to burn fat, build muscle, has anti-carcinogenic effects, it may improve heart function, has potential anti-inflammatory effects, the list goes on. Now, why would I say not to supplement with it? Well, it comes down to the sourcing. When you're buying CLA off the shelf, more often than not, what you're getting is actually a processed version from either safflower or sunflower oil. The problem with that comes down to the actual chemical structure of those molecules. Now, there are two primary forms of CLA. There's cis-9 trans-11 CLA, and there's trans-10 cis-12 CLA. I know, sorry about the chemistry, but essentially what that means, in the first case, in the 9 slot, it's on the normal side, on the same side. It's cis. On the 11 slot, the carbon is on the opposite side. It's in the trans position. Whereas in the latter case, we're looking at a trans location in spot 10, and we're looking at the same side, cis location, in spot 12. So, what that means is it actually has slightly different effects in the body. When it's coming from a natural source, like say beef, you're going to see a lot more of that 9-11 conformation. In fact, roughly about 90%. Whereas in the supplement, it's in a roughly 50-50 mark. Now, I bet you're asking, why don't they just make it 90-10 like it's supposed to be? The reason being, well, in vitro, in cells, that 10-12 format has actually shown a lot of benefit. Unfortunately, when it actually gets into your body, no good. In fact, it may even increase the risk of insulin resistance. And that brings us to our next point, though. If you do want to get it from a natural source, and trust me, you do, what are the best options? Well, you're going to want to go with grass-fed ruminants and their dairy. So, things like beef, lamb, elk, bison. Why is that the case? Well, just like with us, we need to focus on that cow's, wait for it, gut. That's right. The bacteria in their gut actually goes and produces that CLA. This is where it becomes super important those cows are actually fed grass. The reason being is that when they're fed grains, the pH of their gut gets way too low. They become too acidic. And the bacteria that produce that CLA end up dying off. And as such, you don't get anywhere near as much. In fact, in grass-fed beef, you're looking at 2 to 3 times the amount that you'll get from grain-fed. One other potential source of CLA from those animals is from transvasinic acid, which actually acts as a precursor that we can convert into CLA once it gets into our bodies. Now, to be clear though, unfortunately, the amount of CLA and TVA, transvasinic acid, that you are going to be getting into our body is not the same that you would get from supplementing. However, if you consistently eat grass-fed beef, egg, quality grass-fed dairy like butter and yogurt, and cheese, well, in that case, you're going to get a decent whack of CLA. Now, supplementation, generally looking at like 2 to 3 grams per day, but it's very possible to get in about 500 milligrams to a gram of CLA a day by focusing on that quality meat and dairy. So, your biggest takeaways are that no, you probably shouldn't be supplementing with CLA. The problem comes with the manufacturing process and the types of CLA that are formed. You are much better off getting a slightly lower dose, but actually getting it from quality, grass-fed, organic beef, lamb, and their dairy. Either way, hope that helped you out. You know what to do. Like and subscribe down below, share it with your friends, head over to Instagram and Twitter and follow me at Mike the Caveman, over on Facebook at Paleo Problem Long Island, and of course, over at MikeTheCaveman.com. That being said, have a wonderful rest of your day. Go eat some CLA, and I'll see you tomorrow. It's such a big deal about the quality of the food you're taking, about the things you're putting